Right now, you're standing at the crossroads of your life. The path you choose in the next few minutes could completely transform your future. I'm going to share something powerful with you. Something that sets apart the rare 1% who achieve extraordinary success from the 99% who settle for mediocrity. Success leaves clues. Throughout history, the most accomplished individuals have followed certain principles that the majority overlook or ignore. These aren't complex secrets. They're simple truths hiding in plain sight. Take a look around you. Notice how most people live their lives. They wake up dreading Monday mornings, count the hours until Friday, and spend their precious time watching others live their dreams through screens. They're part of the 99%. Not because they lack potential, but because they're doing what everyone else does. The 1%, those rare individuals who build empires, create masterpieces, and leave lasting legacies. They're different, not because they were born special, but because they dare to do what the 99 won't. First and foremost, the 99% don't take full responsibility for their lives. They blame circumstances, other people, the economy, their background, or plain bad luck. But you, yes, you listening right now, have the power to take complete control of your destiny. When you truly accept that you're the author of your life story, everything changes. The 99 that don't invest in themselves, well, they'll spend money on entertainment, latest gadgets, and temporary pleasures. They hesitate to invest in their education, skills, and personal growth. The 1% understand that the best investment is self-investment. They read voraciously, attend seminars, seek mentorship, and constantly upgrade their knowledge and abilities. Here's something crucial. The 99% live reactively. They respond to life's events as they come, always playing catch-up, always surprised by circumstances. The 1% live proactively. They plan their days, weeks, months. They don't wait for opportunities. They create them. Consider this. Every morning, the 1% rise early, not because they have to, but because they choose to. They understand that those quiet morning hours hold immense power. While the 99% hit the snooze button and rush through their mornings, the achievers are already planning, creating, and moving toward their goals. The 99% seek comfort. They stay within their comfort zones, avoiding risks and challenges. But growth never happens in comfort zones. The 1% deliberately seek discomfort. They understand that temporary discomfort leads to lasting achievement. Every time you feel uncomfortable, you're growing. Most people don't write down their goals. They have vague ideas about what they want, but nothing concrete. The 1% write their goals down with crystal clarity. They review them daily. They break them down into actionable steps. A goal without a plan is just a wish, and the 99% are professional wishers. The 99% don't guard their time. They let others control their schedule, say yes to things they should decline, and waste precious hours on activities that don't serve their purpose. The 1% treat time like the non-renewable resource it is. They schedule their priorities instead of prioritizing their schedule. Here's a powerful truth. The 99 focus on consumption while the 1% focus on creation. Most people spend their evenings consuming entertainment, social media, and others' content. The achievers use their time to create, build, and the 99% let their emotions drive their actions. They procrastinate when they don't feel motivated, quit when things get tough, and make decisions based on temporary feelings. The 1% understand that success comes from disciplined action regardless of emotion. They act despite fear, despite doubt, despite fatigue. Most people don't have a morning routine. They start their days randomly, letting circumstances dictate their direction. The one of powerful morning rituals that set them up for success. They meditate, exercise, read, plan, and fuel their minds and bodies intentionally. The 99% don't master their craft. They do enough to get by, enough to not get fired, enough to maintain mediocrity. The 1% pursue mastery. They understand that excellence isn't an act, but they practice deliberately, seek feedback, and constantly refine their skills. The 99% don't understand the power of compound effect. They want instant results, quick fixes, and overnight success. The 1% know that small, consistent actions performed daily create extraordinary results over time. They trust the process. Most people don't have a clear vision for their lives. They drift through years without direction, letting society's expectations shape their path. The 1 create detailed visions of their desired future. They can see it, feel it, taste it, and this clarity pulls them forward like a magnet. The 99% don't take care of their health until problems arise. They neglect sleep, proper nutrition, and regular exercise. They want to understand that their body is their primary asset. They prioritize health because they know energy and vitality fuel achievement. Most people don't build meaningful relationships intentionally. They let friendships happen by chance and stay in toxic relationships out of comfort. The 1% carefully cultivate their social circle. They seek mentors, partners, and friends who elevate them. The 99% don't persist through failures. They take rejection personally, see setbacks as permanent, and quit at the first sign of difficulty. The 1% understand that failure is feedback. They learn, adjust, and keep moving forward. Every no brings them closer to yes. How do you consider how the 9% handle money? They work for it, spend it, and hope for the best. The 1% make money work for them. They understand financial principles, invest wisely, and build multiple income streams. They know the difference between being rich and wealthy. Most people don't protect their mental space. They absorb negative news, engage in pointless arguments, and let toxic influences drain their energy. The 1% carefully guard their mental environment. They feed their minds with positive, constructive input. The 99% don't leverage their strengths. They try to fix their weaknesses instead of focusing on what they do best. The 1% identify their natural talents and build their lives around them. They delegate or outsource tasks that others can do better. The 99% don't understand the power of habits. They rely on motivation and willpower. The 1% build systems and routines that make success automatic. They know that what you do consistently shapes who you become. Most people don't create value before expecting rewards. They ask, what's in it for me? First, the 1% focus on giving value, knowing that rewards follow contribution. They solve problems, serve others, and make a difference. The 99% don't think big enough. They set safe, realistic goals that don't inspire them. The 1% set goals that scare them, excite them, and force them to grow. They understand that the size of your success is determined by the size of your thinking. Most people don't take immediate action. They wait for the perfect time, perfect conditions, perfect circumstances. The 1% start now, start messy, start small, but they start. They know that motion beats meditation. The 99% don't own their mistakes. They make excuses, shift blame, and repeat the same errors. They won't take full responsibility, learn valuable lessons, and use failures as stepping stones to success. Consider this. The 99% let their past define their future. They carry old limiting beliefs, past hurts, and expired excuses. The 1% use their past as a lesson, not a life sentence. They know that their future is created now in this moment. Most people don't practice gratitude daily. They focus on what's missing, what's wrong, what they lack. The 1% cultivate gratitude intentionally. They understand that appreciation amplifies success and attracts more good into their lives. The 99% don't master their emotions. They let anger, fear, and doubt control their actions. The 1% develop emotional intelligence. They use their emotions as data, not directives. They respond rather than react. Most people don't create systems for success. They rely on memory, chance, and sporadic effort. The 1% build reliable systems that handle routine tasks, track progress, and maintain momentum. They make success systematic. The 99% don't invest in deep work. They stay busy with shallow tasks, constant distractions, and meaningless activities. The 1% prioritize focused, uninterrupted work on their most important goals. They know that depth beats breadth. Listen intently. The 99% don't understand the power of their words. They speak carelessly, complain regularly, and use self-defeating language. The 1% choose their words deliberately. They know that language shapes reality. Most people don't create multiple income streams. They depend entirely on 1 source of income, usually their job. The 1% build diverse revenue sources. They understand that true financial security comes from variety. The 99% don't network strategically. They stay within their existing social circles and comfort zones. The 1% intentionally expand their networks, build meaningful connections, and create opportunities through relationships. Most people don't practice self-reflection. They move from day to day without examining their actions, thoughts, and results. The 1% regularly review their progress, assess their strategies, and adjust their approach. The 99% don't invest in their environment. They tolerate chaos, disorder, and environments that don't support their goals. The 1% create spaces that enhance their productivity, creativity, and well-being. The 99% don't understand the power of patience. They want immediate results and quick wins. The 1% play the long game. They know that meaningful achievement takes time, and they're willing to wait. Most people don't maintain their energy levels intentionally. They run on caffeine, stress, and adrenaline. The 1% manage their energy through proper rest, nutrition, exercise, and recovery. They know that energy, not time, is the fundamental currency of performance. The 99% don't practice mindfulness. They rush through life distracted, stressed, and disconnected. The 1% they cultivate presence and awareness. They understand that clarity comes from stillness. Most people don't create content consistently. They consume endlessly but never produce. The 1% share their knowledge, experiences, and insights. They build authority through consistent creation. The 99% don't develop their communication skills deliberately. They assume they're good enough at expressing themselves. The 1% constantly improve their ability to convey ideas, influence others, and connect with people. Listen carefully to this. The 99% don't understand the power of focus. They try to do everything at once, spreading themselves too thin. The 1% concentrate their efforts on what matters most. They know that fewer things done better yield superior results. Most people don't build strong morning and evening routines. They bookend their days with chaos and screens. The 1% create powerful rituals that set them up for success and help them recover effectively. The 99% don't seek feedback actively. They avoid criticism and stay comfortable in their assumptions. The 1% actively seek constructive criticism. They know that outside perspective fuels growth. Most people don't document their progress. They rely on memory and feel like they're not moving forward. The 1% track their achievements, learning, and growth. They celebrate progress while staying hungry for more. The 99% don't study success principles systematically. They rely on random advice and trending tips. The 1% study the timeless laws of achievement. They understand that success leaves clues. Consider this true. The 99% don't take calculated risks. They stay safe and wonder why nothing changes. The 1% take smart risks regularly. They know that growth requires stepping into uncertainty. Most people don't create emergency funds or safety nets. They live paycheck to paycheck, one crisis away from disaster. The 1% builds strong financial foundations that allow them to take advantages of opportunities. The 99% don't develop their decision-making skills. They make choices based on emotion or avoid decisions altogether. The 1% study decision-making, learn from their choices, and build confidence through experience. Most people don't protect their peace of mind. They let external chaos disturb their internal calm. The 1% guard their mental tranquility fiercely. They know that inner peace fuels outer success. The 99% don't practice delayed gratification. They sacrifice what they want most for what they want now. The 1% make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. They understand the power of strategic denial. Here's something vitally. The 99% don't build strong support systems. They try to achieve everything alone. The 1% create networks of mentors, coaches, friends, and allies who support their growth. Most people don't develop their leadership skills intentionally. They wait to be given authority. The 1% led by example develop their influence and take initiative regardless of their position. The 99% don't create systems for learning and growth. They learn randomly and forget most of what they study. The 1% develop effective methods for acquiring and applying new knowledge. They make learning systematic. Most people don't maintain their enthusiasm and motivation. They let circumstances dictate their energy levels. The 1% cultivate their passion and drive deliberately. They understand that motivation follows action. The 99% don't build strong personal brands. They blend in with the crowd. The 1% develop unique, authentic personas that make them stand out. They know that distinction creates opportunity. Consider this carefully. The 99% don't master the art of saying no. They overcommit and spread themselves too thin. The 1% say no to good things to say yes to great things. They understand that focus requires elimination. Most people don't create content that adds value. They share without purpose or substance. The 1% create meaningful content that helps, teaches, or inspires others. They know that true influence comes from impact. The 99% don't develop their creativity systematically. They wait for inspiration to strike. The 1% practice creativity daily through deliberate exercises and challenges. They understand that creativity is a muscle. Most people don't build strong financial habits. They manage money reactively. The 1% develop systematic approaches to earning, saving, investing, and giving. They make wealth building automatic. The 99% don't create long-term visions for their lives. They live week to week, month to month. The 1% plan years ahead while staying flexible and adaptable. They know that direction is more important than speed. Right now, you have a choice. You can continue doing what the 99% do and get the results they get. Or you can choose to be different. You can choose to join the 1%. The principles are simple, but the execution requires courage, commitment, and consistency. Number success is not about doing extraordinary things. It's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. It's about making choices that the 99% won't make. It's about taking actions that the 99% won't take. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Every choice you make, every action you take, every habit you build, they're all creating your destiny. The 1% understand this. They know that greatness is built one decision at a time. The path of the 1% isn't easy, but it's worth it. It requires sacrifice, discipline, and unwavering commitment. But the rewards, the freedom, the impact, the fulfillment, they're beyond what the 99% can imagine. Or you can do it. The question is, will you dare to be different? Will you have the courage to leave the crowd? Will you do what the 99% won't? The choice is yours, and that choice begins now, in this moment. What will you decide? Rewards action, not intention. The 99% intend to change, intend to grow, intend to succeed. The 1% act. They move. Your time is now. Your opportunity is here. The only question that remains is, which path will you choose? The path of the 99% or the path of the 1%? The decision you make in this moment could change everything. Choose wisely, then act boldly. Your extraordinary life awaits. Look at how the 99% handle pressure. They crumble, retreat, and seek escape. The 1% use pressure as fuel. They understand that diamonds are created under pressure, and so is exceptional character. Most people chase security over significance. They settle for safe harbors while watching others sail toward grand adventures. The 1% understand that true security comes from adaptability, skill development, and constant growth. The 99% live in the shallow waters of potential. They use a fraction of their capabilities, never testing their true limits. They wouldn't push boundaries daily. They know that human potential is like an iceberg. Most of it lies beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. Consider how the 99% approach obstacles. They see barriers where the 1% see bridges. Every challenge carries opportunity. Every setback contains a setup for something greater. The 1% train themselves to find the hidden advantage in every adversity. Most people let their attention scatter like leaves in the wind. They're everywhere and nowhere, always busy but rarely productive. The 1% cultivate laser-like concentration. They understand that where attention goes, energy flows and results show. The 99% chase perfection and achieve nothing. They wait for ideal conditions that never arrive. The 1% pursue excellence through action. They know that progress outweighs perfection every single time. Most people live in reaction to their environment. Their mood, energy, and actions depend on external circumstances. The 1% create their environment. They actively shape the conditions that shape them. The 99% see their work as a burden. They trade time for money, dreading each day. The 1% see their work as a platform for impact. They understand that purpose fuels persistence, and persistence fuels performance. Consider how the 99% approach knowledge. They learn enough to get by. The 1% learn enough to stand out. They understand that in today's world, intellectual capital compounds faster than financial capital. Most people let their dreams die silent deaths. They suffocate their aspirations with doubts, fears, and excuses. The 1% keep their dreams alive through daily actions. They know that dreams combined with deadlines turn into goals, and goals backed by action turn into reality. The 99% fear solitude. They fill every moment with noise, distraction, and superficial connections. The 1% embrace solitude. They understand that clarity comes in quiet moments and breakthroughs happen in periods of deep reflection. Most people live life in constant negotiation with themselves. They bargain with their potential, compromise their standards, and rationalize their limitations. The 1% set non-negotiable standards. They understand that integrity with oneself is the foundation of all success. The 99% see rest as a sign of weakness. They burn out trying to prove their worth through constant activity. The 1% see rest as a strategic advantage. They know that recovery isn't a pause in the journey, it's part of the journey. Consider how the 99% handle information. They consume mindlessly, drowning in data, but starving for wisdom. The 1% consume strategically. They turn information into intelligence, and intelligence into... Most people let their curiosity fade with age. They stop questioning, stop wondering, stop exploring. The 1% maintain childlike curiosity. They understand that curiosity drives innovation, and innovation drives advancement. The 99% seek comfort in the crowd. They conform to avoid standing out. The 1% find strength in authenticity. They know that uniqueness is not a liability. It's their greatest asset. Most people see endings as failures. They quit when the path becomes unclear. The 1% see endings as beginnings. They understand that every end creates space for a new, often better, beginning. The time for half measures and hesitation is over. The 99% will continue their comfortable descent into mediocrity. But you have a choice. You can step into the ranks of the 1%. You can choose excellence, purpose, and meaningful achievement. Your next move will either reinforce old patterns or create new possibilities. The 99% will finish this speech and return to their usual routines. The 1% will take immediate action. They'll write down their goals, create a plan, and take the first step right now. This moment, this exact moment, carries the seed of transformation. The 99% will let it pass. The 1% will seize it. Which will you choose? The gap between the 1% and the 99% isn't talent, circumstance, or luck. It's decision and action. Your next move defines which path you'll walk. The world doesn't need more people doing what everyone else does. It needs those rare individuals who dare to think differently, act boldly, and persist relentlessly. The future belongs to those who claim it. The 99% hope for a better tomorrow. The 1% create it. The choice and the power is yours. Now rise, act, become the person you're capable of being. Your extraordinary life isn't waiting for you. It's waiting on you. This is your moment. Make it count.